For 16 years, I made excuses when mom excluded my adopted daughter from family traditions. Yesterday, she announced million-dollar college funds for all her grandchildren except my daughter because she doesn't count as real family. Now the whole family knows what she really meant. I should have known something was up when my mom insisted on hosting Thanksgiving this year. She never hosts. She waited until dessert, of course, stood up with her champagne glass like she was about to give a Nobel Prize speech. I've been planning this for years, she announced, practically glowing. Each of my real grandchildren will receive $300,000 for their education. It's time to secure this family's legacy. She went around the table, locking eyes with each kid, telling them which Ivy League school they'd attend. My nephew Bradley, my niece Madison. Every single grandchild got their moment, except she looked right through my adopted daughter Emma as if she was freaking invisible. Just moved along to cousin Jay to the toast. Emma's fork clattered on her plate. The room went dead silent. Here's the thing. I'd been making excuses for my mother for years. When Emma was little, mom always had reasons why she couldn't join the expensive programs she enrolled the other cousins in. Those tennis lessons might be too advanced. That math camp is very competitive. Let's wait until she's ready. I told myself she was being protective. Emma's 16 now, straight A's, varsity track. There's no more ready left, but the red flags were everywhere if I'd wanted to see them. 2 days later, I confronted her at her stupid country club. She'd chosen the most public spot possible, probably thinking I wouldn't make a scene. Sweetheart, Emma's situation is different, she said, stirring her coffee like we were discussing the weather. She needs to prove she's worthy of this level of investment. And honestly, some people might not understand why she's getting the same as the legitimate grandchildren. Legitimate. That word hit me like a slap. I gave her 48 hours to fix this or we were done. She actually laughed. Don't be dramatic. That night, I found Emma crying in her room, surrounded by college brochures she'd been collecting since middle school. Mom, am I the reason Grandma doesn't love us? She pulled out her phone, showing me a note she'd been keeping. Every time Grandma complimented her cousins' good breeding or fine features while ignoring her. Every time she touched their hair but wouldn't touch Emma's. I tried so hard to be perfect for her, she sobbed, but I can't change my skin. There is one thing I think I forgot to tell you. My adopted daughter is black, and my baby had been carrying this weight for years, and I'd been too blind to see it. When I told the family group chat that we wouldn't come to Christmas unless Emma was included equally, it exploded. My brother immediately said his kids were out too. 3 cousins followed. My sister tried to stay neutral until her husband pointed out that their kids were half Asian, and mom just pretended not to notice because they were subtle enough. The family split down the middle, half boycotted, half said I was ruining everything over money. Then came the harassment. Flowers at my work with passive-aggressive cards, letters about how she doesn't see color, and I'm teaching Emma to be a victim. The final package had a check for $3,000 with Emma's fund, appropriate amount, in the memo. $3,000. Not even enough for books. Last week, my parents showed up at my freaking classroom. 25 third graders watched my mother, dripping in designer clothes, screaming that I was poisoning the family and spreading lies. My principal had to call security. As they dragged her out, my dad muttered something about, why couldn't she just adopt a white kid? My uncle called yesterday, begging me to meet them at a restaurant. Your mother's willing to compromise, he said, which should have been my first clue. They offered Emma $180,000. See, we're being more than fair, my mother said. It's 3/5 of what the others get. She won't need as much anyway. Those people always get scholarships. 3/5. If you know, you know. I wanted to throw up. Luckily, thankfully, cousin Jake ended everything today. He'd been house sitting and found some crap in their home office. Monthly donations to something called the Heritage America Foundation. A lot of donations to a secret Clean Race Foundation, which was a hidden white supremacist organization with charity status. I can't say the actual name for legal reasons. And her library, shelves of books about racial purity and the coming uprising. One was literally titled Protecting White Wealth. The kicker? Several relatives texted me privately. They'd known. They'd found this stuff years ago. That's why they really pulled back from family events. My daughter saw the texts. You know what she said? I'm glad I know the truth. I thought it was me. They can keep every freaking penny. Emma's already worth more than their entire bloodline.